being able to get together, and it gets harder. Sometimes your priorities change depending on how old your kids are and what's going on and what their schedules are. But like I said, it's always been a priority for us to continue to do this no matter what.
You're about to take on your annual pilgrimage, and let's talk about what it is and why it's important.
Me and my friends get together every year to go to the NCAA Volleyball Final Four tournament, and we've been doing it for 12 or 13. I think it's 13 years this year.
Why in particular is volleyball chosen?
Well, we are teammates. 1 year, 13 years ago, there was an email sent out to the team because we all kept in touch, via email. And it was, hey, there's a volleyball tournament, NCAA Final Four, who wants to go? And so, it started with like 13 people wanted to go. And then as the time gets closer, it's time to buy plane tickets. People start whittling themselves out. So it ended up being the three of us, and we had the time of our lives. And so we were like, hey, let's do it again next year. I think the only thing that can be an issue sometimes is it's always right before Christmas. And so in the past, it used to be like the tournament, and then you have a week, and then the next week is Christmas. So like 2 weeks before Christmas, week and a half. But now it's like, it's become like literally right before Christmas. Yeah. So we go this week, and then next week is Christmas. That's just how it has been. But the three of us over the years have made it our priority, and we've grown, and our relationship has grown as a, result of it, because we make it a priority,
Yeah. I remember once being in a supermarket, and the guy in front of me was super giddy, kind of like talking because he was happy, talking to people around him. And he was that way because he and his friends were about to go to the Pro Bowl, which at that time was always held in Hawaii. So every year these guys are like, this is our thing. We go to the Pro Bowl every year.
Yeah.
And they have this incredible time. And I think that this volleyball trip for you serves kind of the same purpose.
It does. I wish our tournament was in Hawaii every year. I'd be really giddy too. I'm giddy for a different reason. I'm giddy because we get together, and it's our time without our kids. We just get to be friends and adults at the same time, watching and being involved in what we absolutely love. So that's a lot of fun. You can just talk about everything: husbands, kids, work. The one thing that we really like about these tournaments is that they're in different states every year. And a lot of the states, most of them, I would have never gone to, right? So one of them was Nebraska. And I remember when we first got to Nebraska, I was like, what is in Nebraska? Like, why are we here, right? But one, their fan base in Nebraska is amazing. It's the hugest fan base. The other thing is, you can't sleep on Nebraska. Like, some of the best sushi we've had is from Nebraska. Some of the best shopping we did is in Nebraska. So
you can have Warren Buffett to thank for that.
We really enjoy Nebraska. We can't wait to go back.
If you were to put the two things on a balance scale, what percentage of it is friendship importance, and what percentage of it is volleyball importance?
I'd probably say 90-10, just because in terms of friendship, I think it started out as more volleyball, right? We were obviously teammates, but it was about, we're going to watch the tournament. But over time, our relationship has grown so much that it is just really us being able to get together. And, as you get older, it gets harder. Sometimes your priorities change depending on how old your kids are and what's going on and what their schedules are. Because when the kids are young, you don't have to factor their schedules into your schedule as much. But as they get older, sometimes you do have to sacrifice the things that you want to do for their schedules. But like I said, it's always been a priority for us to continue to do this no matter what.
Yeah. So it seems like it serves as like an anchor for probably each one of you individually, kind of like mental stability or a balance point that you can like count on and rely on.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah. We get together, like we were just on the phone a few minutes ago talking about, I can't wait till we get together so that we can, I'm venting about a client. She's venting about a client. So we're talking, we can't wait to get together so we can tell the whole story. You know what I'm saying? We need to get together over wine and tell this whole story. So that's what it is. It's the camaraderie, the friendship, the love it's definitely a 90-10. Like, don't get me wrong, we love watching volleyball, especially together, and we love going to the different states or together as well and experiencing the newness. So our first trip was to Tampa, and we had box seats. Thank you very much to Adrian. And we had an amazing time. One, it was really nice. We were coming from cold climate, New Jersey and Pittsburgh and DC, so it was like 90 degrees in Tampa at the time in December. But the other thing was we ended up going to watch flamenco dancing during our dinner. We went to a gay club. Like, we had an amazing time. It was so much fun. And it was totally unexpected. You know, it was our first year. We didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So to have all of that happen, it was really a lot of fun. And every year since has been the same. We've been through different emotions on the trips. We can remember, like, during our trip to Louisville, there was a mass shooting at a kindergarten. We were coming from breakfast and we heard about it, and we were sitting, in our hotel room and watching CNN when that happened. So there are different things that happen, that are happening in the world that you still remember to this day, being on some of those trips. So,
Right.
the trips in themselves are huge anchors for our friendship.
Fantastic.